Hi there. Today we are going to spend 1 minute and 30 seconds to better understand how to terminate contracts in France. There's 3 ways to terminate the unfixed term work contract. First, there is a layoff for individual reasons. Second, there is a mutual termination agreement called rupture conventionnelle. And then you get the individual layoff, called in French licenciement économique, because the business has been operating poorly. Now, the individual layoff for personal reasons. It stems from the employee misconducting towards employees, or bad performance. In other words, the reason has to be grounded and evidenced by supporting documentation. This is the reason why you may prefer the MTA, the rupture conventionnelle in French. If the company and its employee cannot get along with each other, they can negotiate an agreement to stop the relationship. Once the agreement has been signed, it is forwarded to the Inspection du Travail, in other words, the labor authorities, to secure the process, because it needs to be approved by these work authorities. This procedure has been heavily used by all stakeholders to stop relationships since it has been enacted beginning of 2010. Then comes the layoff for economical reason. Before launching it, employer has to ensure there is no similar vacant job within the company, and the economical motive of the layoff has to be substantiated. This is a process to abide by, especially if there is an accord de branche, in other words, a sector-wide bargaining agreement. And this makes it very time-consuming. If a layoff for individual reasons, there is no severance. In case of bad performance, there is a severance. In case of a rupture conventionnelle or mutual termination agreement, there is a severance as well. And in case of economical reasons, there is a severance as well too. And an allowance for damages can be allotted to employees if the reason for laying off people are overruled by labor courts. So, severance, how much? Per labor code, the rule is 1/4 of a month per year of seniority, which means if the employee has 1 year seniority, the compensation amounts to 1/4 month. If 5 years of seniority, the compensation is lifted up to 1.25 months. And if 10 years of seniority, it is lifted to 2.5 months. Now, if the accord de branche or the sector-wide bargaining agreement applies, maximum is 2/4 months per year of seniority, which means if the employee has 1 year seniority, the compensation amounts to 40% of a month maximum. If 5 years of seniority, it is lifted up to 2 months maximum. And if the employee has a 10 year seniority, it is lifted up to 4 months maximum. Now the type of allowance for damages. Once again, because the reason for laying off employees are overruled by labor courts. If misconduct or bad performance, or in case of an MTA or economical layoff, then, well, regardless of the reason for laying off people, the seniority, if the person has 1 year seniority, the average amount amounts to 1.5 months. If 5 years of seniority, it is lifted up to 4.5 months. And if 10 years of seniority, it is lifted up to 6.5 months. But if there is only procedural defect, which is highlighted by Labour Court, in this case, regardless of the economical or, generally said, the reason for laying off people, the compensation amounts to 1 month only. Want to know more about on how to hire people or lay off people? Don't hesitate to reach out to us. Looking forward to reading you soon. Bye then.